Hello, it's 9 o'clock on June 26, 2021. Welcome to the weather update. Very humid today, but not all that hot. We had a lot of clouds, and then the clouds started breaking up late in the afternoon. And here's some pictures that I took. This is from Freeport of the sky as the clouds kind of started clearing out a little bit. And we had some breaks and some interesting cloud formations once again in the sky once again today. Very interesting looking sky. Again, kind of pretty and somewhat tropical-like when you see a sky like this. It's just kind of indicative of the air mass that we are in. Yes, I was on the South Shore where it was a nice cool breeze. It was cooler on the South Shore, obviously. That's the place to be. And some really pretty clouds there in the sky. And then afterwards I went to Baldwin, which unfortunately has not really turned around. People are saying it's turning around, but it was pretty dead. But again, I don't really take videos on that. But I went there because I wanted to go to the supermarket, check out a lake, and check out this beauty. Yeah, there's a pitch pine not too far from the Coral House. And it's a real beauty, as you can see. So I had to check that out. And then this nice lake here right by the Coral House in Baldwin. So pretty nice lake there. Yeah, Baldwin was not. We all know why that is. Unfortunately, it's not a certain demographic, so it doesn't get the life. It gets to be dead and neglected. And this was the sunset at Roosevelt Field tonight. So colorful sunset with all the clouds. Those high clouds and the sun setting behind it. It was really pretty to look at. But anyway, let's take a look at what we got currently going on out there. Temperatures are in the mid-70s across the island right now. We got 76 at Coral Plates. Of course, it's a little cooler on the South Shore, 73 and 1. So, not surprisingly, warmer in the middle of the island than on the North Shore, and cooler on the South Shore. But you notice those dew points are around the 70-degree mark, and some pretty strong south winds. Some Islip's got a 21-mile-an-hour wind gust with a temperature of 73 degrees, and then Gabreski Airport's got 72, dew point 70. So yeah, the dew points are up there. Definitely feeling that humidity. However, it is going to get a lot worse. And you can see already heat advisory has been issued for northern New Jersey. I imagine it's going to be extended to the city eventually. Central Park's at 78 with a dew point of 69, and I'm pretty sure its conditions are pretty similar everywhere. New Jersey's got temperatures in the mid-70s right now, 76 with a dew point of 72. But some pretty strong wind gusts. There's a 31-mile-an-hour wind gust at Barnegat Inlet. So, yeah, some pretty strong southerly winds, which is why the sea breeze is being pushed inland pretty far today. Let's take a look at what the high temperatures were today. So we had highs around 80 degrees in the middle of the island. South Shore a little cooler. Islip got to 79, 81 at Farmingdale, at 77 at West Hampton. LaGuardia got to 84, JFK got to 81, Central Park got to 83. Let's see how it was like in Jersey. Now they had some showers develop over Jersey, but still managed to get pretty hot in Toms River compared to everywhere else. Even 84 in downtown Toms River, and 88 in another site and Lakehurst. Let's see what Lakehurst got up to. That's a McGuire 84. I don't see Lakehurst here. Where is Lakehurst? Lakehurst is supposed to be over here. Is this Lakehurst? Yeah, Lakehurst seems to be missing. Well, we'll check the one-to-ground site next, I guess, get some more information on what it was like there in Jersey, I'm sure. I'm sure it was a lot hotter. So first we start with Long Island. We'll just start with Coral Place and show you what it was like. And so this is representative of the middle of Nassau County. And so 75 right now. And you can see it hit 81 at Coral Place. And, yeah, we got up to the 80s, and it was kind of warm right through the afternoon. It didn't really start dropping below 80 until after 6 o'clock. And it was, the breeze helped, but it was pretty warm here compared to the South Shore. And that is despite the very strong southwesterly wind. And that is just because we are far, the air has to travel over the land for like 8 miles. So it's going to pick up a lot of heat. By the time it gets over here, and that's the issue when you have the sun out, especially in the sun being as strong as it is, as we are in the strongest sun of the year. So that is what is representative of what we deal with here. When we go look at the North Shore, is probably even hotter there. Let's go look at Port Washington. All right, probably got into the mid 80s there. 76. And, oh, yeah, it got even warmer there. 82, 83. Looks like it got up to 84 was the high there. So, again, even hotter there on the North Shore compared to the middle of the island. Now, let's go to the South Shore, and we'll go to Erin Colton's hometown of Wantagh. Let's take a look at this site here. Because, after all, she's one of the lucky ones. So let's take a look and see what they have there as far as the temperatures go. Still actually managed to get up to 80 briefly, right around 429. But then after that, it started dropping into the 70s. Still not really a huge difference between there and Carr Place. But this station is a little more inland, to say. When we pick another site that's closer to the water, you see it would be a lot cooler. If you're right on the water. So let's go to Massapequa Park, where I'm sure it might have been a little cooler there. 72. Let's see. Yep, only in the 70s. So again, if you were south of Sunrise Highway, that's where the sea breeze really kept you only in the mid 70s today. And again, they're right on the water, so that is to be expected. And then if we look at some of these stations in Fire Islands. Look at Saltaire, for instance. Probably be even cooler there. Let's see. So 74. Yeah, it's only 74. So a lot cooler there. They also had the fog bank that was kind of hanging around, but I think it did break up by later in the day. And then we'll look at North Patchogue, which is representative of Central Suffolk County. So what it was like in Central Suffolk County today. Which is similar to what the conditions in the Pine Barrens are going to be. So, actually, not too bad. He had, again, further east away from Jersey, upper 70s. So, it was the sea breeze got in a little more there than it did here. Now, speaking of Jersey, let's go take a look and see what it was like there. And I'm sure it is going to be pretty hot in that West Desert today. Let's go there right now. Let's see what we got here. West Desert, west of Toms River. Let's see how they did today. Now, they did get some rain. It looks like... Actually, no, they didn't really get any. There were a couple of showers over there, but I guess they didn't really get anything. They didn't amount to much. Let's see what they got up to. Wow, 86 degrees. That's the hottest temperature yet. And then it dropped when that shower moved through around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it started climbing again to 84. Look at those dew points, too. Wow, really high. After that shower, the dew point went up to like 77. It's stifling. Look at that, 77 and 81 degrees, 81.6 degrees, the dew point is 77.3. That is unbelievably stifling. So those are the kind of conditions you were dealing with there in Toms River. It's pretty damn hot. And all I can say is, yeah, it's going to get a lot hotter than that as we deal with what's going to be coming our way. Looking at the satellite, you can see some high clouds over us. We did have the low clouds earlier on in the day. If we look at the MODIS satellite here, we'll be able to see those low clouds that were over us. So these are the like kind of lowish clouds. And as we got toward the later in the afternoon, those clouds kind of started dissipating a little bit, and then we had the cirrus clouds over us. So obviously the Atlantic Ridge is fully in control now, and we're going to see that ridge kind of just hang out there as we head into next week and into the last days of June. Where the ridge will finally start to maybe break down a little bit as we head toward Wednesday and Thursday, and we can get this cold front through. Maybe up, but you see, look what happens. It stalls out. We have stall front syndrome, and the front actually doesn't make it through, and then we wind up having a rainy July 4th. July 3rd, I should say. But July 4th might wind up being wet, too. See, the originally was going to bring this cold front through, but now it's kind of hanging it up. And we're going to have to wait until July 5th for it to finally get out. That would really suck if it rained on the July 4th weekend. But that may wind up what may happen. But, of course, that is an entire week away, and a lot could change between now and then. I'm not going to let myself get too caught up in it. HRRR, let's look at the HRRR. I don't have enough of the zeros in, so we go back to the H18Z just to see if there are any chances for rain. And like I said, those chances really won't come until we get further into next week when that cold front gets near and we start dealing with a little more instability in the air. And that is when we will have to worry about that. If we do look at the NAM 12, which will go a little further out, we can go a little further out and see when the next chance for showers and thunderstorms would be, but it looks like still staying north. We would have to wait maybe until later Tuesday or Wednesday, perhaps, but that still looks scattered. We would again have to wait until that cold front comes through, and then that cold front would stall out, again giving us stall front syndrome, and that's when we would pick up a lot of rain, perhaps, and have a really rainy, miserable Saturday, and possibly lingering into Sunday too, which would pretty much ruin the entire weekend. Thanks to stall front syndrome, but again, that's a week away, and it could change between now and then. Let's go back to the HRRR, and we'll look at the temperature forecast, the latest temperature forecast from the HRRR here. This is only, I got to go back to the 18Z1 again. So it's not going to get very cool tonight. Probably only lows around 70 degrees. And then tomorrow, going to be a little warmer than today. New Jersey, I think you're going to get to 90 tomorrow. Tom's over, I think you're going to see 90. City, probably upper 80s. But Jersey, entirely Jersey is going to be 90. Now, North Shore could be probably mid-80s to the North Shore, and maybe a touch warmer for the middle of the island, too. But it looks like it does keep the heat away from Long Island because of that south wind. And then when we get into Monday, that's when things are going to heat up a little more of that southwesterly wind. But it still keeps most of the 90s away from Long Island, at least the HRRR does. But Jersey would be very warm. Now, again, got to look at the wind direction because that's key. So you can see it may be more of a southerly component. If you have that southerly component on Monday, then Long Island probably won't get too hot, but it'll still get hot. I mean, it won't get as hot as Jersey, but it will get, the more inland you go on the North Shore, the more likely you're going to see 90 degrees, maybe in the middle of the island too, but the South Shore escapes 90 degrees. Here's tomorrow. And again, the thing is you have a very strong southerly wind both Sunday and Monday, so that helps to really push the sea breeze in and protect Long Island. But for New Jersey, that south-southwesterly wind, I'm not going to say it's full south-southwest, but it's still angled enough that it's going to be picking up heat as it goes, and that heat's going to be hopefully staying over Jersey for Monday. But then, when we look at the GFS, we'll move to the GFS now. We're looking again at the dew points, which show you the humidity, but it also shows you the wind direction, which is very helpful in telling us how much of a sea breeze we're going to get. You see what happens when we get to Tuesday? More of that westerly component there. So that's why it's going to get hotter. But the South Shore will still probably be protected by a sea breeze, but the middle of the island, North Shore, is going to be dealing with some heat. Worst heat in Jersey. Here's Wednesday. Same thing. Worst heat will be in Jersey for that day. And then here we go for Thursday. Again, we're looking at the dew points here, and you see, again, still in the humidity. And you see what happens. This front just gets stuck, and then we get stall front syndrome, and then we probably wouldn't get out of it until maybe Monday, July 5th, if this was to verify. And I mean, the model changed. Originally, it was going to move the front through the last time we were here. Now, doesn't want to move it through. So again, this is the GFS for Sunday, GFS for Monday, and Tuesday. You can see there is the expansion of the 90s into Long Island. 90s for the middle part of the island, North Shore, South Shore, probably mid and upper 80s. Your Jersey, you're going to be well into the 90s, probably upper 90s. I could see 100 degrees in Tom's River on one of these days this week, perhaps on Wednesday. And again, North Shore experiencing the heat in the middle of the island also. And then finally by Thursday, we're done with it. And we're just dealing with rainy, damp weather. All right. So let's go look at the skies. Obviously, we're going to have plenty of clouds around. I mean, you see high clouds, low clouds, but it's not necessarily a bad-looking sky per se. Here's Monday. Tuesday, we start seeing a little more sun, less clouds. That's what's going to heat us up. Here's Wednesday. And then we start seeing more clouds Thursday. And then those clouds linger right through the weekend as we deal with stall front syndrome. And we might take till Monday to get us out, if that is what happens, according to the GFS. Let's go to the NAM. So here's the NAM. So here's the NAM. You can see a good deal of clouds, but you see they burn off. And the clouds, these are low clouds off the ocean because, again, the ocean is colder than the air's dew point, so it will develop fog and clouds, mainly over the South Shore and eastern parts of Suffolk County. But the sun is most likely to come out in New Jersey and New York City and central Nassau and the North Shore. And that's where it could be warmer. Those clouds redevelop tomorrow night, and then we see the same thing on Monday. All right. This is, again, the NAM. Now we go to the RGEM. A lot less clouds on the RGEM. You notice that, right? RGEM has way less clouds than the other models, which is very interesting. May it be underdoing it? I don't think so. I think the RGEM's actually been pretty realistic, actually, because we were mostly sunny with high clouds by late this afternoon into the early evening. And I think the same thing happens tomorrow, though maybe more sun tomorrow, so that's why it might be warmer, since the RGEM seems to think more sun. Here's Monday, and again, plenty of sun. Might be hazy, might not be a nice blue sky. I can't guarantee that it will be. Depends on the wind direction. If it's from the south, sometimes you can get a nice blue sky with that. But if it's from the southwest, if it's coming over New Jersey, forget it. You're going to get all the garbage from New Jersey, the garbage air from there. Here's Tuesday. You can see some clouds there. But again, as far as nice blue skies, I don't know when we'll see that, but there will be sunshine. So let's go look at Ventu sky. Let me go to that. And we'll look at Ventu sky, and we'll see how, because this is higher resolution than the GFS, than the Tropical Tidbit site. So let's look at that. So here's 1 o'clock. So you can see a little touch warmer tomorrow. All right, touch warmer tomorrow. But if you look at the wind flow, it's from the south. And you look at those arrows, it's coming from the south, which means an ocean breeze for Long Island that'll eventually cool most of Long Island off, while Jersey is continuing. Tom's River, you're going for 90 tomorrow, I think. I'm going to say it's going to hit 92 in Tom's River tomorrow. That's my guess right now. For how hot will it be in Tom's River tomorrow? But Long Island, I think, avoids, we're just going to be dealing with more humidity like today. But then as we get into Monday, this is when it starts getting a little hotter. And then you're going to start to see temperatures closer to 90 degrees in the middle of the island. On the North Shore, probably low 90s. You're well into the 90s for Jersey. But I still see that southerly component. But look what happens as we get to 3 o'clock. It starts becoming a little more southwesterly. And that southwesterly flow is what gets us, because that's when the heat from Jersey starts making its way over the boroughs and parts of Nassau County. And we're going to start feeling that heat a little bit Monday. And then on Tuesday, that's when we're really going to start feeling that heat from Jersey going over us. And again, the only areas that will be protected are right on the South Shore, especially the further east you go. That's what it's going to look like. Here's what it looks like at 3 o'clock. You can see the sea breeze developing and bringing relief to the South Shore on Tuesday, but the middle of the island, the North Shore, is still going to be baking. In New Jersey, forget it. You're going to be just dying in hell. Let's go to the 30th, Wednesday, and you can see, again, there is a sea breeze that does develop in the afternoon. It's really hard to predict how these sea breezes set up, but that southwesterly component is pretty much guaranteed that here in Mineola, we're going to be able to at least get to 90 probably on Tuesday and Wednesday, and if not Monday. So we'll probably be able to string together a heat wave in Mineola. But will Islip, which is the official Long Island station, be able to string 3 days of 90 or better? And they may not be able to do it. So the Islip may not get a heat wave, but I think Mineola does. I think New York City does. And Tom's River, most of New Jersey, you'll have an easy time being able to string together 3, if not 4 days of 90 degrees. Here's, again, Wednesday. And then as we get to the 1st, you'd see the temperatures drop with that stall front and the rain showers that would wind up being over us. Again, this is using the GFS this far out. So we got the heat coming. That's all I could say. One more somewhat okay day, but the humidity is going to be up there. The humidity is going to be with us for a long while, but we start really dealing with the heat. We start feeling it on Monday, and the heart of this thing is going to be Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be absolutely brutal. Best place to be, of course, is in air conditioning or on the South Shore. That's going to be it for this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.